Hey, what's up guys? Brandon here. We have your market update for July in Genesee County. Let's jump right into this. So I preface all these videos with the fact that we have 3 years of data and we do the month previous. And we do the month previous because the month has finally come to an end, all the data has come in, and we can give you all of the most pertinent, hot off the press data. We do the last 2 years, including this year, so 3 years total. That way you can see the pattern. We want you to see the pattern and be able to see what exactly is going on. My mentor, Robert Kiyosaki, always talks about his rich dad talking about the numbers telling a story. You know, the business, every business has numbers, every family has numbers. All those numbers tell a story. They tell you what kind of financial shape you're in. You know, market reports tell you what kind of shape the economy's in, what kind of shape the housing economy, the housing market's in. And that's what we're doing here today. So that way you can see a pattern. If I just showed you this number, these numbers right here, just this year, it wouldn't mean anything to you. It wouldn't mean anything at all. You've got to see the pattern that's developing and what's going on. That way you can make the best decisions possible. Days on market, DOM, the days on market, or you might see ADOM or CDOM. That's basically just has to do with average days or cumulative days on market, or just days on market. Just look at days on market, just kind of whatever number is the biggest, that's the number you need to go by for how long it's been in the market. So the average here has really dropped over the last 2 years, obviously in Genesee, going and really kind of showing and alluding to the seller's market that we're in. Active homes on the market. This again is it's a snapshot in time. It's just one snapshot in time. So it gives you an idea of what's going on, but like, you know, this is pretty similar. This is way out there. So it might be every set of 18 numbers for every county we do every month might have one, maybe 2 outliers. This looks like it's one of the outliers for this month in this county because we have a lot of homes abnormally high compared to the trend that we were seeing. So there could be any number of reasons that that was happening. So you want to kind of take it with a grain of salt and kind of, you know, dig into it a little bit more because you want to see what the other numbers tell you, because again, maybe the numbers are showing us that this is correct the rest of the way, or maybe it's going to bear out that it's not. Month of inventory. Month of inventory is at the rate homes are selling. If no new homes came to the market, how long would it take to sell every last home? And this it's at 1 right now, and balanced supply is about 4 to 6 months of inventory. And then a buyer's market, you're 8, 10, 15 months plus of inventory. So you can see we are a long way off from that. We are in a steep seller's market, especially in Genesee County, obviously. So these numbers, again, aren't necessarily showing that this number is totally correct. That's why you got to take it as a whole, all 18 numbers, and see exactly what's going on. New homes in the market. So this is the number of new homes that have come on in July in the last 3 years. Fairly steady, a little bit less here. 17 was a pretty good year for homes in the market, but as we've seen in some other counties in Metro Detroit in July, it has been pretty stable actually. This is usually has been trending down over the last couple months, but for some reason July has been a pretty stable month. It's a big month to put homes in the market, so it's been fairly stable across the board. Price per square foot. This has gone up obviously pretty significantly over the last couple of years, and this again kind of just goes goes to show you that there's not a ton of inventory out there truly, and the buyer pool either stayed the same or dropped a bit, so prices are rising. And again, these numbers are basically bearing out to show us that this was probably an outlier. Sold homes. So again, this is down a little bit. The percentage change is a little bit. It's not too much. And again, I wouldn't expect this to change all that much because the sold statistic is really a buyer statistic. It's showing us what kind of buyer pool there is. Depending on how many homes there are, is this really changing much? If there wasn't a lot of buyers out there, that might be at 400. So that might be really dipping down. But it's been pretty consistent, so the buyer pool looks like it hasn't changed too much. So this most likely was an outlier. Maybe there's a bad neighborhood or two. Maybe something happened. Maybe there are some issues going on that were unforeseen, and that caused this number to be out of kilter a little bit. And maybe, frankly, there was just a couple good weeks here before we took these numbers in the last couple of years, and there were not as many homes in the market. So you just don't know. That's why you got to look at the data as a whole to see exactly what's going on, to get the big picture. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. I hope you got something out of that. If you live in Genesee County, or maybe if you don't, someone who does, please share this with them or tag that if you think that they might get something out of it. Like I said before many times, we want to just provide people with the most amount of data as we can. So I appreciate your time, your attention, your energy. It truly is the most important thing that we have, and I'm just humbled and honored honored to have yours. We'll see you guys soon. Also, if you want to see the other counties in Metro Detroit, we have them on our Facebook timeline here all over the past months as well. And then our YouTube page, we have our playlist there as well with the market updates. See you guys soon.